Alright, that should be better. There we go. For whatever reason, names or DNS isn't working for me. Alright. And yes, I will blame it on DNS. Probably my own fault, but I'm blaming it on DNS. In any case, give you 20 seconds once this validates to grab a screenshot. There we go. And we'll see what we can do here. All right. Another 10 seconds. Well, 5 now. There we go. So, ones, except one of these two is going to be a 1, so one of these 3 will be a 1. Got 3 possibilities here and here. 4 here, 5, 6 are possible here. And 3 possibles here. But one of these 4 is going to be a 2. One of these 3 is going to be a 2. One of those 5. One of these 4. Everything here. And one of these 4. 3s. 3s are blocked there and here. So I've got 3 possibilities for a 3 here, 3 here. 3 possibilities anyway. Now we get a fill of a 3 there. That means I've got a 3 here. One of these 2 is now a 3. Still have 3 possibilities here. This one's going to be a 3, so we're down to that being, nope. One of these 2 being a 3. Alright, 4s. We get a 4 there. One of these 2 will be a 4. One of these 2 are going to be a 4, so that's a 4, not that. Down here, we got 3 possibilities. 5 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here and here. So on to 5s, we get a 5 to fill in there. One of these 2 will be a 5. I've got 3 possibilities here, but, nope, 3 possibilities here. One of these 2 is going to be a 5, which makes this a 5, which makes one of these 2 a 5. All right, on to 6s. We got a 6 here. One of these 2 will going to be a 6. One of these 2 will be a 6. I've got 3 possibilities here. And 3 nope. Correction, I got 2 possibilities here. One of those 2 will be a 6. And over here we've got 4 possibilities. So we move on to 7s. Or I've got 2 possibilities there. 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities there. 3 here. One of these 2 is a 7, not a 9. That means this one's a 7, and this one becomes a 7. That changes this to this one being a 7. That is not. One of these 2 is a 7. That makes, also this one is a 7. That makes this into an 8. One of these 3 will be an 8. One of these 3 will be an 8. I've got 3 possibilities here and here. Here we've got 6 possibilities and 4 possibilities. So we want to move on to 9s. We've got a 9 here, which says one of these 3 will be a 9. One of these 2 is going to be a 9. There. 3 possibilities here and here for 9. 3 possibilities for 9 here, and 6 possibilities here. And let's run through ones again. We've got 1, 2 possibilities there, and 1, 2 possibilities there. Still have 3 possibilities, 2 possibilities here now. Those are those 2 possibilities there. Right, 5 possibilities there, 3 there, and that makes this into a 1. So this is not, that is. All right. Let's look at 2s. Maybe we get something better along the way. Well, actually, I get a 3. Nope, we got a 3 here. Never mind. 2s. We've got one of these 2 is going to be a 2. That means one of these 2 will be a 2. Up here, I've got 3 possibilities. So far, I've got 4 possibilities there. 5 possibilities here, 4 here, and 4 here. All right. 4s. Still just the 2 possibilities there. We end up with a 4 here. So we've got 3 possibilities here. Actually, that means this is a 4. At the moment, we've got 3 possibilities here and 3 here. Okay. It deals with 4s for now. How about 5s? With these 2 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. And that's it for 5s. 6s. One of these 2 is going to be a 6. That gets to be a 6. This gets to be a 6, not this. And one of these 2 will be a 6. And over here, this gets to be a 6. So this is not, this is. 7s. One of these 2, one of these 2. All right, 8s. And we end up with one of these 2 will be an 8. I've got 3 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. So this is not an 8, that is. That makes this 2 possibilities now. Over here I've got 4 possibilities. And here I've got 4 possibilities as well. Okay, 9s. So one of these 2 is a 9. It's going to be that one. That becomes a 3. One of these 2 is a 9. Can't do a quick fix on that yet. One of these 3 is going to be a 9. No, this one's a 9. My mistake. Miscounting that. Or misreading that. One of these 4 is a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. So this is not, this is. I'll run through the numbers again. So pair of possible ones here. 5 possible ones there. 2 there, 3 here. This is going to be a 1. That's going to be a 1. That's not. One of these 2. One of these 3. Okay, 2s. So one of these 3 is a 2. One of these 3 is a 2. Got a 2 here, meaning one of these 2 is a 2. This one gets to be a 3. So we've got a 7-2 pair there, as if that was going to be a significant improvement over what we've got. We'll see. Maybe it will be. So 2 8 possible there, and there. What about 4? Okay, one of these 2 is going to be a 4. One of these 3 is going to be 2. One of these 2 is going to be 8. And one of these 3 is going to be 2. So we'll get that already noted. Except this is going to be a 2 here, making this an 8. Okay, that clears up that. So we still have 3 possibilities for a 2 there, 3 possibilities for a 2 here. 3 possibilities for a 2 there, and 4 possibilities here. 3s, I believe, are taken care of at this point. Yep. 3 in every square. 4s. One of these 2 is going to be a 4. That makes this into a 4. That makes this not a 4. This is a 4. So now we can put the 2 possible 2s there. And that means that's a 2. That's a 5. That's a 1. And that becomes a 1. That a 1. Not a 1 there. Pair of possible 6s here. Well, 1s. How about 2s? 3 possibilities for a 2, but 2 up here. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these 2 is an 8. 3 possibilities down here. And I've got 4 possible 9s. Oop, not a 5 here. That's a 4. That makes that a 9, and this becomes a 5. So now we've got the 2 possible, the 5 here, not here. 6 goes here, 4 here, 8 and 7. So that's going to be a 9, 2, 9 here, and this becomes a 2 and a 7 here. Down here we got a 1, nope, on there. 6 here, not here. One of these 2 is a 2. It's going to be this one. Makes that an 8, that a 2, that an 8, that a 2. And we solved it with an 8 here. Hey, better than yesterday. 13 minutes even. I want to say thanks to everybody who stopped by and jumped in and said hello. I wish you all a wonderful weekend or wonderful week. We've got a double Tuesday coming up tomorrow. One easy, one medium puzzle. And we'll see what those look like. Thanks, everybody.